Hey guys, what's up? I'm on a walk this morning. This is when I love to have I don't know, just that peace. It's so pretty. See, look, I just did Insanity. Now I'm going on a 30-minute walk. Isn't it pretty? It's so pretty. See if you can see like some of the palm trees. Hey guys, how's it going? What's up? I love when people drive by because they're like, what is she doing? Videotaping herself. Sharing some cool stuff. That's what I'm doing. Hey, Gingy, what's up? I just wanted to share with you guys, you're probably seeing a lot of my posts about like how everything's just blowing up and oh my gosh, my team is doing amazing. I'm just so grateful and thankful. There's so many wonderful things coming into my life. It's just, nothing's perfect, but it's just so freaking amazing. And I just wanted to share with you guys, it wasn't always like this in my life at all. And something that I did that really changed my life. It just changed my life. Hey, Emma, how are you? Something I did that just changed my life. And here's the thing. We all have choices. Every day we have a choice. We have a choice to get out of bed, take a shower, brush our teeth, eat, work on our business, go to work, whatever it is, right? We have a choice every single day. A lot of people say, oh, I don't have a choice. No, you do. You always have a choice. Because the concept... Okay, I'm getting phone calls. It's the end of the month, so text and phone calls and messages I'm getting a lot of. Okay, that's okay though. But we always have a choice, because we could just choose not to get out of bed, not do anything, and the consequences would be probably, not have money coming in, all that stuff, right? But we always have a choice. We have a choice in how we respond to everything. I have no idea who that is. Okay. But I'm in my neighborhood, a lot of friends here. Okay. Hey, Victoria, you were just calling me. I'll call you back, girl. And so something that I did, I think is just so powerful. And it's not easy. Because if it was easy, everybody'd be doing it. It's really not easy. We're taught a lot to figure things out ourselves and to work things out and to work hard and to strive and get it fixed and yada, 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 right? Better not go that way. And when we feel like things aren't going right, a lot of times we can get frustrated and be like, oh my gosh, I got to do more. 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 And that momentum's going. And so a lot of times we feel like when we're saying, I got to do more, the thoughts of I'm not good enough. I'm not doing enough. There's something wrong. I should be better. I should be moving faster. I should be making more money. I should be attracting clients easier. We can also get into comparisonitis and jealousy. Hey. Okay. And hey, I've been there. My hair. I've been there for sure. And sometimes when we're not reaching the goals that we want, that can be easy to get into that mindset. So there was a lot of you guys know my story, but man, you might see me now. Maybe you didn't know me from the past. You see me, you're like, oh, she's like, hey, and all happy and stuff. But this wasn't always me. Man, I had to work through a lot of things in my life. It wasn't always easy in my life, and that's a whole nother story, but I had to work through a lot of things to get to where I am. I did the work, and I realized that if I really wanted my life to change, it started with me. It started with how I started thinking, how I started responding, what I focused on, how I treated people, how I treated myself, all those kind of things. And, having goals and not putting limits on myself. All those things added up. So over time, I kept doing that and do that. But there were times in my business, building my coaching business where, man, nothing was happening. I was just pouring my heart and soul. I was, doing lives. I was, going to this networking event to that one. Didn't understand. I was speaking at events and I would offer my programs, and then it was like crickets, right? Really sunny over there. Okay. And maybe some of you guys can relate. And man, I remember talking to my husband and saying, I don't think I can, Like, obviously this isn't meant for me. Like, I don't understand. And I was like, I just don't understand. God, I thought you wanted me here. I thought you wanted, I felt like you were calling me to be a coach and a speaker and a leader, and I don't understand. And I told my husband, I said, I think I'm just going to go get a 9-to-5. Like, I'm done. I don't understand. I'm not making the money that I want, and I'm struggling. I don't get it. Freaking frustrating, right? And I cried. And one night I grabbed a glass of wine and I went outside and I just cried and cried and cried. And I looked at the stars and I'm like, God, where do you want me? I don't understand. Like, I really, really don't. I feel like this is my calling. And, hey, Lorna. And I just kind of got this download, this message, and, that, you have a choice. You're right, Christy. You have a choice. You can give up. You're like, screw it. Go get a 9-to-5. For me, it's kind of like taking the easy way out, which it really wouldn't be easy because then I'd have to, change my whole life because I've always been an entrepreneur my whole life. So anyways, I basically decided that from that moment on, I was going to let go, let God. I was going to, get quiet. I was going to visualize. I was going to visualize on the big outcome. Visualize my goals. I was going to say my affirmations. I was going to write down my new story, not focusing on what's not going right. Because what does that do? That builds a momentum train of what's not going right. It's not enough. It's not enough. Oh my gosh, I need one more client. Oh my gosh, I need to get this rank goal. Oh my gosh, I've got to make more money. I can't pay my bills. Oh my gosh. And what that does is it causes fear, worry, and lack. And you can't really hear divine guidance. You can't hear, the messages that you need to receive. And you ultimately block yourself from, allowing good to come into your life because you're trying to control the situation and you're trying to figure it out. And, it can be hard to let go and trust. Believe me. Okay. The money's not here. Business isn't where I want, but I'm just going to let go and take off and go get a massage. That's not always easy, but I'm telling you, that's when miracles happen. That's when blessings happen. If you ever have heard, I'm trying to think of some stories. If you've ever heard of somebody just saying like, I just let go and I just trusted. And then all of a sudden, I ran into this person and they said one thing, I said one thing, we connected and then my life changed. Or, I woke up one day, drove down this street and then, saw like this new neighborhood. That's kind of what happened to us. Saw this new neighborhood and was like, oh my gosh, we've got to move there. We need to be there. And then everything just fell into place. So those things happen. See if I can read this because it's sunny. And God tells us, yes. So ask and you shall receive. Everything that we ask for can be given to us. That's the amazing thing, guys. What happens is, it's not because we're not deserving or worthy or anything like that why we don't receive it. Maybe we haven't learned the lesson that we need to learn to get to that next level. Maybe we're not mentally ready. Maybe we need to just take one more stepping stone to get there. Or maybe subconsciously we're blocking it by telling ourselves all the reasons why we can't, and we're stuck in fear and worry and self-doubt. And as a coach, I've worked with so many women who seriously could, really step into allowing bigger and better, greater things, but they're worried about what others would think of them if they have more money, or they feel guilty because, other people aren't having the success they're having, or, they deep down don't really feel like, they're deserving. So the number one thing that I did is I basically was like, you know what? I'm going to wake up in the morning. I'm going to write my new story down on a piece of paper. I talk a lot about this in my group programs, and I talk about how to release the limiting beliefs, the LBs that hold us back. I'm going to write down my new story, and every morning I'm going to listen to that. I'm going to affirm that. I'm going to, every time we speak, we create. And so I'm going to speak words of encouragement to myself. You know, I'm going to speak, you know, hey, Christy, you're doing a great job. Keep up the good work. Love you, girl. You know, and I'm just going to be kind to myself. And I'm not going to put all these, you know, these, like, tell myself, like, if you're not here, then you're not good enough. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to trust and have faith that God has the right plan and the right path for me. And I'm going to affirm, and I'm going to hold that visualization, that end goal that I want, you know, to speak on stage to thousands of people. Yes, I'm putting my goals out there. To have my beach house, you know, to write my book. I've already co-authored some books, but I want to have my own book. And, you know, all these things. And I just held that visualization. And no, not every day is easy. Sometimes we have bad days and we're like, I don't feel like it, right? I don't feel like it, you know. But here's the thing. Things can happen in our life to derail us from our end results, and it's up to us and how we respond, okay? You can take that situation, say, yeah, that didn't go as well as I would hope for, but you know what? What do I want instead? What did I learn from it? How can I grow from it? I'm going to give it to God, and I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to focus on my end result. Because I'm a child of God, I'm worthy and deserving, and abundance expands proportionately for all of us. And all of us, there's no limit to how much abundance we can receive. And when you think like that, when you have those thoughts, when you have those daily success habits, I promise you, your life changes. The people you connect with, the opportunities that you seek, start seeking you. I promise you. It's my life has like literally changed. Freaking changed. Like amazingly, that I'm just like, this is freaking awesome. Hey. So, you know, we always have a choice in how we respond to things. And like I was saying, but if you do, here's the cool thing, guys. You know how like, you know, people want to get better at basketball, so they practice basketball, or they practice the piano, or they practice driving. This is mental practice. Mental practice. Every day, mentally practice. Not everybody maybe wants to wake up and, like, you know, professional athletes. Maybe they're tired one day and they don't want to wake up and train and drill, but what do? They want to get better. They get up and train. So, you know, it's the same thing with your mind. You got to train your mind. And guess what? Over time, you make new neural pathways in your brain, and it becomes a habit. And when something happens, your go-to thoughts become more positive, more successful, more optimistic, you know? And you feel better. You feel more joyful. You feel happier as you realize that, you know, when things happen, it's like the world isn't happening to you. You can, if things happen, you don't have to take that on as your emotions, as your energy, right? Yes, Shoshana. Love it. Love it. Okay, what else was I saying? Sometimes I get... The number one thing that I did is I got still and I listened. And I started listening. I just closed my eyes. I started listening and said, hey, speak through me. And, you know, divine guidance, give me your download. What's the next step? And once I started following and listening and stopped trying to push things the way I was like, I'm supposed to go this way. I know it. It's like a baby, you know, I know it. And once I said, you know what? Put me where you want me. You know, I'm going to be still. I'm going to listen. I'm going to trust. Everything's okay. I'm going to go out to dinner. I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to celebrate because I'm alive. I'm going to celebrate because, you know, able to walk down the street and just have a freedom-based life. I'm going to celebrate just because life is a miracle. And when I started changing my attitude like that, and I started really trusting, that's when the blessings and the miracles and the opportunities just started pouring in. And it just evolved into, you know, saying yes to Monat, what I just said yes to, and just keep growing and growing and growing. And like I said, not every day is perfect, okay? But when things happen, I know, because I've retrained my brain, I know that I have a choice in how I respond. I can focus on the little mishap or the frustration, or I can focus on the end result, and I can focus on the bigger picture. I can focus on everything that's going right. I can focus on everyone in my life, like you guys, my awesome friends. And I can focus on the blessings and the miracles and you know, what you seek, you shall find. If you seek problems, guys, you're going to freaking find problems, because they will show up everywhere. Be like weeds, you know. But if you focus on the blessings and the solutions and the abundance in the world, I promise you, you will see so much of that. So many great things are happening. You know, it's kind of like, have you ever done this? Have you ever tried this? Have you ever got frustrated with something, called into a call center and been like, I am so mad. I didn't get this. This didn't go right. This doesn't go right. What happens? Usually the call probably turns a little worse. Maybe the person doesn't really help you. You call in, you say like a little prayer before. That's what I usually do. And I just visualize getting the right person on the phone and everything working out for me, and calling in and just saying, hey, you know, I just want to talk to you about something, and I really appreciate you. I appreciate what you're doing, you know, for the company. And I know you probably get a lot of calls every day, but I just want to let you know something that happened, and I really wanted to see if you could help me in this situation. Game changer. Which way do you think that those people on the phone are going to respond to you better? Which way? First or second? So that's just how, you know, when you change how you talk, when you change what you focus on, your outcome is always going to be different, right? Hey, cousin. Hey, Kevin. Hey, Danielle. All right. So that's what I had to say. I really want to encourage you. Some of you guys might be like on the high vibe. Everything's going right. Everything's piling in. That's great. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. You know, look for things to appreciate every day and stay in that high vibe. You know, some of you guys might be things, maybe you're having a hard time right now and the money's not coming in, or having some struggles, and, you know, things aren't exactly like you want. And I want to encourage you to, the more you can just focus on appreciating the little things, the more you can just, you know, as difficult as it is, let go, let God, know He's in control. The more you can just, you know, visualize what you want and think about what you want and the end result, the happier you're going to be, and the more blessings and opportunities are coming your way, because He always wants to bless us. Always, always, always. Sometimes we don't give Him the opportunity because we stay in control and we don't open our mind to receive. True story. Hashtag true. Thanks, Anita. This I may have been about if a jerk yesterday. She was talking to. Well, yeah. I don't know. Maybe we'll change that belief, Danielle, and something will happen. Maybe you should go around saying, I love Best Buy customer service. They're so helpful. We had a situation, I know this is a long live, we had a situation where my daughter broke her phone, and we were at a beach house in Florida, and I called and they said they won't send it out there. And long story, I called like 2 or 3 times. They said they won't send it out there, and she was so sad. We just got there and her phone shattered and broke, and I started to get frustrated. See, I'm human. And then I said, no, I know it's going to happen if I call back and go, look, this is what's going to happen. So I took a breather, said a prayer, visualized getting somebody on the phone that would be helpful. Waited 10 minutes, called back, got somebody on the phone, and it was very, very helpful. The phone was delivered the next day. No additional charges. I was like, that's just amazing. I love it. Oh, you were a jerk yesterday, Brandy. What happened? It happened, you know? There are times when, maybe I'm not acting my best. And I have to, ask forgiveness from somebody or ask, forgiveness. And that happens. We're human. And, we have emotions, and it's okay. If you have continual emotions that pop up like anger or frustration, then that's when I always say you want to take those emotions and not be beat up on yourself. Not say, oh my gosh, you should have been happier. You should have been this. You should have been that, because you're just masking it, and you're just doing the whole you're not good enough thing again. Take it and say, gosh, why does this always frustrate me? Or why am I so quick to anger in this certain situations when people cut me off on the freeway? Okay. But, ask yourself, why does that irritate me so much? Understand yourself, get to know yourself, find out the reason your body is communicating to you and bringing up those emotions, because there's a reason. Figure it out, find it, shift it, release it. If you need support, get support on how to do that. But do that. Move on. Move on. Love yourself. Hey, I got pissed off yesterday. Okay, I'm human. Do I need to ask forgiveness? Maybe. Okay, do that. Move on. Love yourself. It's okay. We're not perfect. Yeah, and it was mine too. I'm going to be honest. It was mine too. Oh my gosh. I had to start really digging deep, especially with my kids in the car. And I have to tell you something, guys. I have a 16-year-old right now driving, and when people honk or cut her off, oh, mama bear. But I say my prayer, I count to 10, all that stuff. But anyways, I have to ask myself, what's coming up for me? Why am I so angry in that situation? What's that triggering? Okay, because the problem's never the problem. What's that triggering? How is that making me feel when somebody cuts me off on the road? Why am I quick to anger? How does that make me feel? What am I telling myself? What's the story I'm telling myself? I've heard some people say, oh, they just think they're so much more important than me. Okay, so that's a whole thing about not feeling important. Whatever. I don't have to get into all that, but there's something there. Some of you could be like, oh, they just cut me off and I got pissed off. Well, the problem is never the problem. If your spouse loads the dishwasher the wrong way and you get pissed off about it, problem, and you guys have a big argument that lasts 2 or 3 days, problem is never the problem. It's probably not really about the dishwasher, loading the dishwasher. It's probably about something else. Just saying. Houston drivers. Okay, Brandy, I will just say that I was in Houston with Victoria, and Catherine were in the car, and I was like, guys, I'm from out of town. Seriously, they were cutting me off, and I'm like, oh my gosh, crazy. I know where I was going. I was on the freeway. Yeah, but yeah, I was like, they must be really mad about something. Yes. Emotional intelligence course. I like that. Emotional intelligence course. Yeah. Yeah, but it happens. That can be your big test, Brandy. That could be your big test. If go on the freeway during road rage and just be like, I am cool and collective and calm. Right? Oh, that's not gonna be easy, but anyways. You guys have any questions? Oh, I'm getting lots of, yeah, like I said, end of the month, we got 3 days. You can see. I need to go, I'm getting some headshots done today with Jessica Berry. I'm so excited. So I need to probably get home in a little bit and take a shower. Definitely can't go look like this with my hair. It's not too bad. It's just sweaty from insanity. Oh my gosh. I just got 30 texts. Okay. I'm not complaining. I love everybody. I like that you text me. Okay. Hey, Kate. All right, guys. Have a beautiful day. And I'm going to listen to some motivational, positive teachings for a little bit, and I'm going to go home, have breakfast, and go get dressed. Start my day. I can't even see because of the sun. Oh yeah, Shoshana's so awesome. Thank you for sharing all the... I'm going to do that. I'm going to write that down and get a receipt. All right, guys. I love you. Thanks for watching. And I hope you have a... Look both ways before I cross the street. That would be bad. Right? I'm on live video. Okay. Storming in Houston, really? Oh yeah, it was storming in the middle of the night here. All right. Have a fab day. You're welcome. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.